How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to more Bloons Tower Defense 6 Black Bordering gameplay. I am your host, the True Bad Omen, and today our map is the one, the only. Never mind, it is not one, it is not only, it is a foursome, it is quad. Okay, we got a very fun strat today, using a tower we have not used in these runs just yet, and that is the Tack zone. I tried the Elite Defender. I tried Glaive Lord. Unfortunately, Glaive Lord is pretty fucking dog shit without Symphonic Resonance. You know, when the Symphonic Resonance has got that bug where it struggles to pull in any Moabs, it decided to nuke the Glaive Lord along with it. You don't only hurt yourself, Mermonkey, you hurt those around you as well. Let me make sure these guys are correct. Strong first, good. I struggled with the Elite Defender. Elite Defender had very inconsistent late game rounds. It felt like every round from 90 onward was incredibly inconsistent. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And it was purely up to RNG. So I canned that. Tried a Boomerang strat. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I spam Symphreses, it'll work around the inconsistencies that the bug causes. It doesn't. The bug still gets caused a million times over. And even with like 7 friggin' mermonkeys prepped and ready, not one Moab can get pulled. Other two maps that we have got after this are Dark Dungeons and Ravine, which Ravine is a tough one to make. Round 9 here can sometimes be inconsistent. It feels like 75% of the time it works, but there's always that like 1 in 4 chance that it just doesn't, and I genuinely don't know why. 75% of the time it works, but 25% of the time it's like no, and it's in my eyes it's not worth placing down another dart to make it 100% consistent because it's only round 9. If it were around like 20 plus, I'd be like, yeah, definitely place something else to make it more consistent. But if it's just 75% RNG in 3 rounds from the start, I don't care that much. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy this series of me black bordering all the maps, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as that helps the channel out an absolute ton and is completely free to do. We are trying to hit 500 subs by the end of August, and we're getting pretty close. We're almost halfway there, so please make sure to check if you are subscribed or not. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna be dropping this sniper here. My boy here on Strong works far more consistently than over here. And you know, back when I was doing Elite Defender strategy, I tried putting them on this side for to be able to discount them with spike balls, but it wasn't working. For round 35 through 37 was inconsistent if I wanted to get the discount village as well. So I ended up tossing that out. Anyway, first, yep, okay. And now this setup here should last us until 19, which is phenomenal. Okay, for 19, I found that if I place the Spike Factory's back foot right on the green here, it makes it incredibly consistent, and it also allows just enough spikes to be guaranteed to be placed on this side that you're never going to leak 19. And we can get set target onto the circular stone. Woohoo! And then what am I supposed to do? I don't remember. It has been 12 hours since I've last played Bloons. I got this strategy set up at like 1 a.m. because Pastebin deleted. For those of you who don't know, if you're signed into Pastebin, but you haven't verified your human in this session with the browser open during that session, then if you press create new paste, but you don't control copy it first, you lose all your progress. So 21 should be able to be beaten like this. Good. 22, I'm gonna buy fast firing on the guy that is set to strong. Then 24, we get a 101. Sweet, and that should hold us all the way to 31. Okay, rightio. So 31 is completely impossible without the bigger stacks. You know, the bigger stacks of spikes being spewed all over the track. So yeah, I gotta place down these, unfortunately. I gotta I gotta upgrade these, unfortunately. And then we chill until... Checking notes, checking notes. 35 this should last until. How sexy. Aww. Anyway, let's talk. I watched the new Naked Gun movie. Absolutely adored it. It felt very much like old parody movies. Like the old Naked Gun. It's just something that popped into my head. It was like the movie was hilarious. I laughed my ass off. I loved it so much. Yeah. I'm gonna set this guy to strong by Full Metal Jacket. 002 on the village, and that should leave me just enough cash to be able to buy a wizard up close and personal with Sada. If only that were ISAB. I'm gonna place down here our big ol' elbows and buy a wall of fire, which is that everything I need for 35? Bellissimo. But some of those fight scenes in the new Naked Gun movie felt like, sorry, right, I was talking, no, some of those older fights, some of the, like, pretty much all the old fight scenes that I can remember from the original Naked Gun trilogy is pretty much Frank Drebin, lucking his way into victory, like, ooh, a penny, and then he goes to pick up the penny off the ground, and then because of that, the guy flips over him, etc., etc., and it's a, that's, like, the only, like, part I have about the movie. The rest of the movie was phenomenal. I just wish that they added more him lucking into... I wish they added more Frank Drebin Jr. lucking into wins in fights, you know? Because there wasn't much of that, if any at all. I don't even remember if he even lucked into a fight win at all there for Frank Drebin Jr. Anyway, round... whatever round we're on, 36. I'm going to follow this green balloon, the first camo green that comes out the right side, right before it touches the spike. I use my Sada ability. I tried to use my speed up button. I forgot. I don't have mods on this account. That's my flagged account. My modded account. Yeah. Engineer I like to place so that he is directly lined up with the start monkey. And I find that... Just give him a minute. Bam. I tried it without faster engineering. It made 37 inconsistent. Having faster engineering plus pin gives us a free ride from 36 to 40 while still being able to afford our round 40 defense. But yeah, no, the jokes in the new Naked Gun were absolutely hysterical. I was laughing my ass off the whole time. Especially my favorite, I think my favorite one was when Frank met was when Frank met Richard Kane for the first time, and then Richard walks up to him, he's like, Lieutenant Drebin, and then Frank goes, me too! In the most excited voice I've ever heard come out of Liam Neeson's mouth. I was cackling at that. Oh. I found an 031 specifically wizard here. Plus a Sada ability off rip is the most consistent Moab kill. Is that everything I need? Round 40, 301. Why did I write 301? Okay, ignore the fact that I wrote 301. It's 031. Okay, ready? So we use Sada ability there. While the Moab is off there. Dragon's Breath eats everything up. Beautiful. And the reason I'm not buying Monkey Sense right now is because I didn't buy it in testing until 42, which is now. And if I buy it, it gives it extra range, which could obviously screw up its attack pattern, and I don't want that. So 42 is another Sada ability here. We wait until the camo rainbow balloons come out. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. We use it now on the last one. You can use it on either of the final 2. Originally, I was buying spike balls mid-round here. But unfortunately, I've learned that that is inconsistent, and it only works a couple times out of a million. So instead, we're going to get that, and we're going to line up the wizard so that if I place him, he's like inside the village. Right here. And we're going to buy the Wath. The Wall of Flesh. Back to Terraria, baby. That should be able to beat 43 and 44. Okay, 44 done. Perfect. And now, with the discount, we are able to afford spiked balls and keep it targeted in the same spot. Should get us to 47. No, in all honesty, though, I am incredibly ecstatic that parody movies are coming back. Like, we're getting Spaceballs 2, the quest for more money. Sorry, the search for more money. Master Yogurt, will we ever meet again, Master Yogurt? Of course we will, my son. We'll meet again in Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. After so many years, we're finally getting it. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. An 032 wizard set to first. Should carry us to 450. I love seeing all these come back. It's like, it's my taste in movies, you know? This year's been a great year for movies. Fantastic Four, I watched that. Phenomenal. I gotta say, the highlight for me, Johnny Storm. If I'm being honest, Reed and Sue were definitely the most forgettable in the movie for me with... I don't know, I think it's just because I had such a fixation on Johnny Storm. 302, set target. And what do I always set this target on? I set it on this clunky-ass motherfucker right here. Yeah. No, but yeah, Reed and Sue are definitely the most forgettable of the four. Because I think Ben kind of instantly gained more traction in my eyes because of how much I loved Johnny in the film. Johnny Storm, phenomenal, amazing. 52, we set Sada to strong, and she's going to stay this way for the rest of the game. The second that this Moab comes out, I'm launching Sada at the Moab. I got to lock in here. There it is. That one spike there is enough for the Dragon Breath to pop all those balloons you saw there right before they leak, which is beautiful. Good work, Sada. Good work. And then we can get spiked mines on 1 or 2. Spike 1 or spike 2? Spike 1. And then this will just last us guaranteed until 59. Okay, we're back. I didn't accidentally buy the tack out of order this time. I misread my notes. Read the tack first, when in reality I'm supposed to get spiked mines first. I even knew something was wrong while buying the tack. But yeah. And then for 59... Oh my god, yes, we get it. You're a big blimp. Okay. So, for 59, 60, etc, 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 buy spiked mines. And that is our defense up until 64, until post-massive ceramic round of 63. 63 is an absolute breeze. It just gets absolutely eaten up every time. If you're scared, feel free to use Sada level 10. Same as always. There's only one round where we actually need Sada level 10, and that's 76. Tack number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Tack number 2. Yeah, both to 204s. I'm just gonna get this one mid-round because it's always gonna be a little short. Previously, I didn't buy all this stuff up until I think it was 1 on 64 and then 2 on 75. Man, I love Days Gone. For those of you who don't know, this ring right here, the Mongrel ring from Days Gone, one of my favorite games of all time. I put it top 3 with probably Super Mario Sunshine and Terraria as the other 2. I think Days Gone has to be number 2. Sunshine 1, Terraria 3. That's definitely my personal rankings. That's what I do. Okay, for 69, we're gonna get up our final overdrive, 204, right here under discount range of that, after removing the upper bush. And now we're gonna chill. I'm going to show you guys 76 because that's the only time that I have to use the Sada ability. But I don't want this video to go on too long, so I'm just gonna, unless something problematic happens, I'm just gonna skip forward to 76 and 79. I'll see you guys then. By problematic, I don't mean me saying a slur. I mean just some random thing I wasn't expecting happening. Like what happened on our workshop video where I just randomly died and I was like, what? Oh? Yeah, until then I'm playing this nonogram game on my phone. It's fun. It's addicting. 76, very simple. All the all the regrowth ceramics come on screen. You press Sada level 10. There's no more regrowth ceramics on screen. And then 78, you genuinely don't have to worry. If you want to use the abilities on 78, you can. You can use your level 10 whenever the giant ceramic waves come out. But you don't need to. You can straight up sit there and it'll just absorb all the ceramics. Okay, beautiful. Phone goes away for now for the rest of this run. Obviously, I wouldn't be on my phone if I was live on Twitch. That would be a little weird. Should be entertaining the Twitch chat if I was live. But we're not live. We are just recording this. Although I do stream on Twitch. Yes. Okay, we're going to buy up the Tack Zone for 79 and 80. Let me just make sure what is next. Okay, thank you. Alright, and then we're going to get Jungle Drums on this guy for 80. I bought it prematurely. My bad. Whoopsies. It helps out just a little bit. You're fine without it anyway. And it'll work no matter what. I just prefer getting it for 80 because it makes it a faster kill. Oh my gosh, it's a ZOMG! Everybody, it's a ZOMG! It's a ZOMG, everybody, look at it, it's a ZOMG! Oh my gosh, guys, there's no more ZOMG. He's dead. Okay, 81, we're gonna buy Jungle Drums over here. And we're gonna put this guy in range of the village as low as possible, right about here. And we're gonna get a 4-1-0 ice monkey. This is where the run gets scary. I hate the expert maps because it's the late game that gets scary. Where it's like, I screw up once. I'm going all the way back to the start. And either I have to restart this entire video from scratch again and find an entirely new strategy, or tweak the strategy until it works perfectly, or I have to replay the entire thing right now as is and just hope it works the second time, which is probably what I'll end up doing. So now we're going to get this guy, Glue Gunner, right beside the Engineer. And we're going to make him an 030. And that's good enough to beat 82. And then we're going to upgrade him to an 024 afterwards. Oh, right. Also on Strong. I don't remember if I mentioned that he's on Strong. So, yeah. Let's make him... Oop. He's already on Strong. There we go. 024. Now, I got to play Days Gone again. It's been a minute. Ooh. It has been a minute. Last time I played was when I did my permadeath run. I called it True Permadeath. And it was where we had to do every single horde, mission, side quest, ambush camp, pretty much everything the second they were available. Which arguably makes late game easier, but it makes early game harder. And in my eyes, late game will always be easier in Days Gone. Late game will never not be harder. Okay. Let's grab this. Place down this glue gunner right here. We're going to get another 042 set to Strong. Yeah, late game will always be easier in Days Gone. Even if you blitz through the game, you're still going to have a lot of, like... And if you spend the skill points in the proper spots, even if you just blitz through the game, you're still going to have the crazy skill points that make you pretty much OP. Anyway. So, but yeah. The permadeath run, I think it was fun. Plus, forcing you to drive around in Survival 2 hardcore permadeath is a massive debuff anyway. Especially having to go through all these side quests. I think you're most likely to die in Days Gone Hardcore, or Days Gone Hardcore, Survival 2, Days Gone Hardcore specifically. You're most likely to die just biking around because sometimes they have like random ambushes or explosives that will just hit you randomly. I think that if you're forced to do that, it's much more dangerous. And that's much better in my eyes of a way to like hardcore the game. Yeah, I was getting ready with my Soda level 10 ability just in case, but we're fine. We're fine. I don't want to restart again. I already restarted because I bought the tax before this. Okay. Anyway, this boomerang we're going to put right in the range of the village, but with enough space for an alchemist to be fiddling with this tax shooter. Okay, and then we're going to buy this guy to a 003. And then set him to Strong because mid-round we're going to be spamming Moab Press. And then these two. This makes 88 incredibly consistent if we get Moab Press on Strong. There we go. Moab Press acquired. Now faster throwing, and now it's just faster ranks is all we need left. And we should easily beat 88 all the way through 93 with the setup. Or 92 with the setup. Woo! Alright, I'll see you all on 93. I'm so confused what's going on. Did I place him too high? I put him too high. That's definitely the issue. Yeah, I put him too high. Oh, I hate myself. So you know where he was supposed to be? 3 pixels back. I'll see you on 90 again. 86. This time, we're not going to place the ice monkey too low. My boy's going to be here. Bam. I think that's good enough. Fist doesn't cross the ledge this time, right? Hang on, let me take a look at the picture that I took. It's still a little too high. Great. So, slight change I'm going to make for 90. Originally, I did this on 93. But the slight change we're going to make for 90 is taking 2 engineers. We're going to put this guy behind the hut here. 1, 2, 3 cleansing foam. Place that right there. And then cleansing foam here. Placing them both in the center of the Ys. And hopefully, this should guarantee that even if the ice towers miss, we pop everything. Let's see. We're good. Okay, yeah. And now, I'll see you on 93. Alrighty then, mateys. Here we go. 93, what we get to do is very fun. That's place 1, 2, 3, 4 alchemists. And upgrade them all to 300. 1 on each. There we go, yeah. 1 on each tack, 1 on each spike, except for the tack zone. We're going to get that one on 96. The reason I do this on 93 is to make the round more consistent. Placing them down. That's why I don't really use alchemists. If you see most of my runs, I don't use alchemists in them. The reason for that is because when you press retry last round or use the time machine mod, it changes when the alchemists actually get their buffs thrown, which means that these guys won't have the buffs at the same time every single time unless you place them down at specific points, right? Which is very annoying. So next round I've labeled as scary round in my notes. I buy primary training. I place this guy, second boomer right here. Set him to strong. We're going to do the same thing we did with the first boomer. We're going to spam for Mo Press and these two. And then when the first UMG of the bottom row down here pops, we use Soda level 10 ability. Okay, got it. Run it. Still 2 ZOMGs there. 1. Okay, there's the pop. I get this. And that's a lot of Moabs. We use it. There's 1. There's 2. And now we should be fine, I think. We should be fine because these ones are stalled back up enough here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, sorry, by the first ZOMG pops, I mean once the first ZOMG pops and then the Moabs pop from the BFB under that. And then we should ace this. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright? I don't know. I've never played that game. I think that's his name. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. And bam! 95. I have 0 notes for 95. With the cleansing foam, it gives us enough time with the glue and the boomerangs, as you can see here, to fully stall out all the DDTs. And they are of no import. Yes. So we're going to grab this alchemist. We're going to place him right here, as close as possible to the tack zone. 1, 2, 3. That gets us enough uptime on the tack zone that we'll be fine. I'm also going to now get this heli pilot. I'm going to put it here, just for now. It's gonna eventually be, it's gonna become a Moab shove. In my notes, I get this on round 97, along with the boomer and our final upgrade, which is the submarine. But for this round alone, just because this round, I've written it as scary round. Actually, I don't have it written as scary round. I just have it written as round 96. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this here anyway. Moab shove, bigger jets, plus IFR. IFR allows it to push back DDTs, basically. The two boomerangs at the bottom should be able to fully stall out the bottom Moabs and DDTs here. Just in case, I will bring this guy back over. It's more the top end that we have to worry about. And I'm going to be very, very cautious. Yep. I'm going to use SOTA level 10 there. Because it breaches spike pile. If it breaches spike pile, I'm using 10. Whew! We're good. I was like, I don't remember this. I don't know why this, I remember this being a scary round. I don't know why it's not listed as scary round in my notes. The reason it's not listed as scary round in my notes. Okay, we can now lock in place here. Right in front of the wizard. Boomer 3024. Above wizard. Is this a wizard? You're a wizard, Daryl. You're a wizard, Daryl. Set to strong. Faster firing. Bam, bam. Yeah, we don't have any extra protection up here. And then we're going to start working towards 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm nervous. I am nervous. 99 should be easy. The only scary rounds now are 98 and 100. SOTA level 10 when all balloons on screen. Scary round. All caps I've written. Boy, is it ever. I'm gonna move him over there. Force some knockback a bit. On that side. I think these are the last BFBs coming in now. Hopefully. Yep. Last BFBs now. Bring this back over here. Go. 1, 2. Done. Top side is fine now. It's all about the bottom. Me when I'm an ass. It's all about the bottom. Get it? Because a bottom is a rear end. Okay, 98 is done. I don't know if that heli micro is necessary. But yeah, and now we're just going to place the heli here. DDTs, 98, 99, 98. 99 should be fine, I believe. We want to get first strike capybara. First strike capybara. And we get first strike capybara. Okay, now the fun part. Place the heli here. When the BAD... So I've got the perfect setup right now for the BAD to waddle its way over here, eat up the entire pile, and then the second it eats that pile, we can click the nuke, and it just insta-kills the BAD without popping it. I'm hoping it'll still work. It works in testing. We'll see how good it works in an actual format. Please let me go home. Eat the pile. Let's go! Instamonkey 032 Engineer. Holy crap, that's actually crazy, considering that these two were what we needed to guaranteed beat the game on round 90. Whew. And for your proof of purchase, my dear friend, there it is, the black medal. We have 2. That is correct, 2 black medals left, Dark Dungeons and Ravine. Make sure to use code Omega Omen in the creator code shop if you're ever buying anything like Rogue Legends or BTD6 plushies. And like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day and a damn good night. Peace out.